The Philippines is an island country consisting of around 7,000 islands and islets. The landscape are beautiful and dangerous, with some of the most active volcanoes in the world on its islands, filled with a vast and varying history and beautiful hidden treasure. Natural landmarks than the Philippines is an incredible country to explore. So here's the top 8 most famous historical sites and landmarks in the Philippines. These are the following: Aguinaldo Shrines, Bagong Bayan, Fort Santiago, Intramuros, Biak na Bato, Fort San Pedro, Plaza Cartal Puerto, Princesa and Las Daedsa Shrine. So Aguinaldo Shrine is one of the most famous historical sites here in the Philippines. It is because the Emilio Aguinaldo House in Cavite is the site of the proclamations of Philippines independence. It was the residence of the first president of the Philippine Republic. Today it is maintained by the National Historical Commission of the Philippines as a museum in honor of President Aguinaldo. The residence has been rebuilt and renovated numerous times over the years and no longer resembles the original structure from 1898. The period 1919 to 1925 is commonly referred to as a period of significant house improvements during which the mansion was enlarged and the tower was constructed. It is now a Renaissance mansion with architectural influence from Malayan, Baroque, and Romanesque periods. It is now a well-known tourist attraction of the house of some of Aguinaldo's and his family's personal belongings. The, construct, the construction of Aguinaldo's mansions reveals various secret hideouts and corridors that were important throughout the conflict, which makes this area fascinating. So this is Ariel P. Maris reporting.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am Giselle. Good morning, blacksmates. Mag-start ko sa topic nako nga Bagong Bayan. Bagong Bayan, also known as Lunita Park, Bagong Bayan is one of the most historical attractions in the Philippines and national historical shrines in the Philippines. This is because the Philippines national hero Dr. Jose Rizal was executed here in 1896 after he fought for the country's freedom from the Spaniards through his articles. Lunita has been the site of some of the most significant moments in the Philippines history. Among them are the execution of Jose Rizal on December 30, 1896, whose martyred date made him a hero of the Philippine Revolution. It was officially renamed Rizal Park in tribute to him. The Declaration of Philippine Independence from American rule in June 4, 1946, and the political rallies of Ferdinand Marcos and Corazon Aquino in 1986. Good morning, ma'am. Ayun, lahi na pod ni Ma'am Giselle ang ako ang topic na pod sa sunod sa Bagong Bayan, Fort Santiago. Fort Santiago, has many already know, is a popular tourist attraction in the Philippines. But what is now a beautiful and remarkable tourist spot owing is to the horrifying stories that took place centuries ago. Ang Fort Tiago daw naghana already know na mga tao nga madto didto kanang kuara pod sa Pilipinas. Mm, and these stories are not like any other, as this will definitely give you a goosebumps hint. It's like you're staring in a horror thriller film where Fort Santiago was fortress built in the late 1500 by the Spanish government during colonization of Manila. As part of Intramuros, it served as a storage for ammunition and converted into a prison cell for activities and political here was Philippines. Um, kuan po ni si Dr. Jose Rizal, si national hero si Dr. Jose Rizal before his public execution Fort Santiago Intramuros was also used during the World War II for formidable purpose. The Japanese then Fort Santiago, mga istorya nila Spanish, ang tawag na Forte de Santiago, ang Pilipino, Kutnya ng Santiago. Built in 1593, is a citadel built by Spanish navigator and Governor Miguel Lopez de Legazpi for the new established city of Manila in the Philippines. Kanang morning nga kanang pictura na muna ang reconstructed main gate of Fort Santiago. Then naapo diri nga ang architectural style Italian Spanish School of Fortification. Then ang lokasyon nila along Pasig River. Ayun ang town or city Manila.
Hi everyone, I'm Norlijan J. Lucero and I will discuss the Intramuros. The Intramuros, known as the Walled City, Intramuros is a place rich in history and culture. With its cobbled street and preserved agriculture date hundreds of years ago, it will have you second guessing whether you are still in the Philippines or not. That is why many foreigners and locals never miss an Intramuros store when in the city. In between the wall of Intramuros is marked that 300 years of Spanish rule have lived in the form of grand church and colonial houses. While you can just wander the street on your own, the best way to get a deeper understanding of the country history is with a historic Intramuros walking tour. Hi everyone, I'm Norlijan G. Lucero and I will discuss the Biak na Bato. The Biak na Bato, the Republic of Biak na Bato, Tagalog, Republika ng Biak na Bato, Spanish, Republica de Biak na Bato. officially referred to in its constitution as the Republic of the Philippines Tagalog, República ng Pilipinas, Spanish, República de Filipinas, was the first republic ever declared in the Philippines by revolutionary leader Emilio Aguinaldo and his fellow revolutionaries. Despite its success, including the establishment of the Philippines' first ever constitution, the Republica lasted just over a month. It was established by a peace treaty signed by Aguinaldo and the Spanish Governor General Fernando Primo de Rivera, which did provision for exile and Aguinaldo and key associate to Hong Kong.
Okay, the most historical sites in the Philippines. So we have Fort de San Pedro, Cebu. Fort de San Pedro, Cebu is a defense structure in Cebu, Philippines. During the war, the fort was used the American headquarters Visayan and Mindanao forces. The Fort San Pedro, it is located in the area called Plaza de Independencia, in the pier of the city. The original fort was made of wood and built after the arrival of Legazpi and his expedition. In the early of 17th century, a stone fort was built to repel Muslim raiders. It served as the nucleus of first Spanish settlement in the Philippines. During the Philippines Revolution at the end of 19th century, it was attacked and taken by Filipino revolutionaries who used it was stronghold. Okay, that's all.
Good day, everyone. I am Uriel Yulongkop, and I am one reporter of Group 5. I will talk all about the 8 most historical sites in the Philippines, but I discuss is only 2 historical sites in the Philippines, kaya nasaan po niya sa kauban akong kagrupo. Okay? Shall we start to our discussion? Are you ready? Proceed to our proper discussion. What is the 8 most historical sites in the Philippines? What are those? First, which is Aguinaldo Shrine, to be reported to my fellow groupmates. The second one is Bagumbayan, Fort Santiago, Intramuros, Biak na Bato, Fort San Pedro, Plaza Cuartel, Puerto Princesa, and the last is Edsa Shrine. But I tackle is only 2 topics, the Plaza Cuartel, Puerto Princesa, and the Edsa Shrine. Siyempre, nasa po sa line nga nakakagrupo, no? Plaza Cuartel, Puerto Princesa, so aside sa being of the Best Island and Palawan, po sa mga famous home landmarks sa Pilipinas, ang isa ng Plaza Cuartel Puerto Princesa, so kaning Cuartel Princesa nag-serve sa World War II garrison for Filipino and American soldier. Then kaning landmarks po na nag-serve sa Memorial Prisoner of War nga kanang lubong nga buhi sa underground tunnel. So next is Edsa Shrine, the Shrine of Mary, o mas ginatawag nga Edsa Shrine. So ang Edsa Shrine gamay nga simbahan sa Katoliko sa Archdiocese of Manila, located at the intersection of Ortigas Avenue and Epifanio de los Santos Avenue in Barangay Ugong Norte, Quezon City. The church is also called Archdiocesan Shrine of Mary, Queen of Peace, Quasi Parish, pero kaning mga ngalan is dili kayo ginagamit bidang Edsa Shrine. So gideclare po ni siya sa important cultural property sa NCAA, so ginatawag nga unsa ni NCAA, the National Commission for Culture and the Arts. And that's all for today. God bless and goodbye. Hopefully you have learned of what I recorded. Thank you and God bless us all. Good day.